Hi, all. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira, and today, guys, we are going to do a little chatty catch-up video, but we're also going to be using the new Nomad Fairy Tale Europe palette, which goes on sale the day that this video goes out. So this is going up on Tuesday, March 11th. So yes, this is launching today. So we're going to play with this a little bit. This is not a first impressions because I have used this a little bit already. So I can kind of give you a little bit of my thoughts on it. But yeah, I wanted to do a look on, of course, on YouTube for you guys, but also just chat and catch up with what's been going on in my life because it's been a lot. Let's get into it. Alright guys, I'm going to zoom you in. Hello, hello. It is super early in the morning on a Monday. So if I sound quiet, that's why. It's like 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. I have done my face makeup. I'll leave everything that I used in the description box below, and I've primed my eyes. So we're going right in with the palette. And this is what she looks like. How pretty is that? So pretty. So I'm going to start off with one thing I will say, if you're interested in this palette, is I started using these, just like these neutral tones, and this is what I love. I love how there's neutral tones all at the bottom to kind of anchor these other shades. As you guys know, I'm in my neutral girl era, so for me, if I'm going to use a colorful palette, it has to have some neutrals in it that I can pair with to sort of keep the look a little bit more wearable for me in my everyday life at the moment. Also, can I just talk about this packaging? It's like, can you see that? It's like raised. It's so pretty. I'm telling you, Nomad has been in their packaging bag for like the past year, and I'm very impressed. All right, so I'm going to go in with the second deep or second lightest, I guess you would say, shade in the palette for the neutrals at the bottom, and this is Cregvar Castle. And I'm just going into my crease with that, and this is quite light, but you can see how pigmented that is right away. I will say that this reads much lighter on the eye than it does in the pan. At least for me it does. I find I kind of wanted to, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit more true to the tone in the palette. Like it comes off quite light on me, as you can see. It's not inaccurate, but it's still quite light. All right, guys, so let's do a little catch up because there's been a lot going on. So I did not post last week, and there was a very specific reason. Not a fun reason at all. So these past like 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of February going into the first week of March have been probably 2 or 3 of the most stressful weeks I've had in years. I had a family member have a really sudden health issue. They were in the hospital for, well, they went into the hospital, came out of the hospital, and then had to go back into the hospital. So it's been, I'm going in with Chateau Chambord, which is the deeper, like second deepest brown. And I just want to see if I can deepen this up. These are kind of looking the same on me, I have to say. Well, yeah, that's not doing much for me on my skin tone. I think I'm going to have to go into the deeper shade, which is Neuschwanstein, which is, so I went in with this one and then I tried that one. So we're going to do that one. But yeah, so I will say I didn't have any real energy for, or time, honestly, for filming anything. I had no inclination to. I just didn't have the bandwidth for that, literally and figuratively. I'm going to go over this side again because I feel like because I went in with that other shade first, it's not quite as deep. And I didn't do that on this side, which maybe I should have replicated it. I don't know. But yeah, so I took the week off from filming while I handled that situation. It is still ongoing in the sense that, like, they're on the mend, but we have like some ways to go. And this is connected to an issue, health issue that they've had for it. And I don't want to get too deep in it because it's not my business to tell, in the sense of like, you know, it's not my health issue. And so I'm not going to get into like details about it, but it's a long going issue that is not going to be cured, but you know, anyway. So they are on the mend, kind of, sort of, doing better. Thank the Lord. And I went into like hyper, I guess you would say, self-care mode in this past week, because I just needed to like reset my brain and my, okay, so I've got this on. What I was thinking of doing is, as you can see, this is quite like landmark. I'm thinking I want to use one of these pink tones. So we have this one here, which is First Kiss. So it's like this really light pink. And then we have Cinderella, which is a darker pink, which I'm not really a fan of. I didn't want to use something super dark pink. But then I also have this shade called Snow White, which is shifty. So I'm thinking I might go in with First Kiss and then a little bit of Snow White as well, because those are calling to me. And I feel like that would be really pretty with the neutral browns. So I'm going to go into Kissed. And I'm going to spray my brush because it is quite, as you can see, it's quite flaky. So yeah, I just went into self-care mode, and I just kind of took some time to really like take care of myself and like get some sleep. Yeah. So that's where I've been. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about my no-buy month, because I mentioned casually here that I was on a no-buy for the month of February, which I was, and I did pretty well with it. I did wind up purchasing, I allowed myself to purchase like things that I actually use, like things that were replacements of products that I had that were like emptied or finished that I use on a regular basis. So I did do that. The irony of that, of course, is that I placed an order with Sephora for some replacement items. I replaced my cleansing balm and one of my shampoos that I use, one of my Olaplex shampoos. And that's pretty. I might add that other pink on anyway, because I want it a little bit more pink toned. What I might do, I'm going to take a little bit of Cinderella and spray my brush and do it a little bit more on the outer. I'm spraying everything with the brush. Okay, the outer region, because I do want it a little bit more pink in tone. Yeah, that's better. That's better. What wound up happening when I placed my Sephora order is that my package got lost. So I didn't actually get my items like when I needed them. I got them like in March. So that was fun. They wound up having to reship like a replacement package. Because it was just lost. That's a little bit better. I just wanted to flash more of that pink. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go back in with that brown and help just like blend that out so there's not like such a clear line between the two. So yeah, so I feel like my no buy was pretty successful in the sense that like I stuck to it. Was it hard? Kind of not. I have to say, there haven't been, I'm using a mixture of Neuschwanstein and Chateau Chambord, the last two browns here, just on the lower lash line. I will say I was fine probably until the last week of February, because there was something that I wanted that went on sale. There were two things that I wanted that went on sale, two clothing items that went on sale. But I did not purchase them until March. I did wind up going ahead and purchasing them. And I have made some purchases since the month of March has begun. But I'm still endeavoring to be on a low buy. So what I wound up purchasing was the two items that I wanted. They were like, it was like a shirt and some jeans that were on sale that I really wanted. So I wound up purchasing those. And then I wound up purchasing a replacement for my moisturizer. And then I purchased some hand soaps from Bath and Body Works, because what I tend to do with Bath and Body Works soaps, they were all on sale. They were on sale for like $3.95 each, and that is what I tend to do with Bath and Body Works soaps is our hand soaps, this like foaming soaps, is I tend to purchase them in bulk. So I'll buy like a bunch of them, and then I don't buy any for months. So I was on the last one that I had still from my last purchase, which my last purchase was in like, I want to say September or October of last year, maybe October. So clear, like it's not something that I'm buying like consistently. And I always wait for when they have them on sale, because they always do like a $3.95 or $3.50 sale on their hand soaps. So I wait for that sale, and then I replenish my supply. All right, so I'm putting this is actually coming out quite pink. Whoa, look at that. That's really pretty though. It's coming out much pinker than I was expecting it to. On my hand, the shift was far more, I'm gonna put that in my inner corner as well. The shift was a bit more golden. That's super pretty. I really like that. Now I kind of feel like I need a liner. I wasn't gonna do liner, but now I'm like, I feel like I need liner. Do you think I need liner? Or should I leave it as it is? I also want to take a little bit of this and bring it a little closer up into the lid here. Because I just want to add a little bit of dimension. Let me spray my brush. I'm doing this on a dry brush, and I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm like a crazy person. I just did my makeup, and now I'm like got fallout on my cheeks from it. So yeah, so I feel like I'm still doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm endeavoring to do a low buy for March. The Sephora sale starts in April, so I really don't want to buy anything before that. I do tend to buy more when the Sephora sales are going on, so I don't see the point in buying a bunch of stuff now. But I did purchase like things that I needed to replace. And I also purchased, okay, so I placed an Ulta order, but I got it for freezies because I had rewards, and I endeavored to use those rewards. And so I wound up getting my moisturizer that I just mentioned. I purchased that, but I did not spend any money like in the moment. And I purchased my NYX eyebrow wax the brow glue gel or brow gel glue, whatever they call it. One of the tube that comes colored. I repurchased that because that's my brow product of choice. My favorite one. And I also picked up, because they were doing a preview of their 21 Days of Beauty, which has started. I might pick up something from that. I was thinking of picking up one of the Rabanne duos, because I'm really curious about them. And if you guys are curious about them, let me know in the comments down below. But I was thinking of picking up one of those when they go on sale. But I picked up from their like 21 Days of Beauty preview sale that they have for like diamond and platinum members. I picked up the Lancome Lash Idole in brown, which is the new shade that came out I think a couple months ago. And I was really curious about that. It's not my favorite mascara. I've tried that mascara. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But the tone of brown was so intriguing to me. So I'm like, So I got that, and I got it for freezies, because I literally didn't spend a dime on that order. I got everything with my rewards, and yeah. So I felt good about that. Like, I got things that I needed, but I didn't spend a dime. So technically, I mean, yes, I bought stuff, but I didn't pay for it. So it's not like, I feel like it kind of doesn't count, but I don't know. I don't know if that counts to you guys. It doesn't. For me, I'm like, oh yeah, I did buy something. But I'm like, actually, I didn't spend any money in the moment. So yes, but no. That's so pretty. How pretty is that? Now, I really want to play with this shade eventually. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. This is Magic Spell. If I was going for a super dark eye, I might have done something with this. I might still do something with this and maybe post it on Instagram. This is so pretty, but I just am not in the mood for a deep, like at 7 o'clock on a on a Monday morning. That's not, I mean, this is a lot for me for a Monday. But I'm like, hey, YOLO, let's do it. I'm gonna like freshen up my blush here. Why am I using the wrong brush? Wrong brush. There we go. Oh, with a little ham there, but that's because I picked up the wrong brush when I originally did that. So we're gonna go over it with some powder to help even that out a little bit. There we go. And again, I'll put everything down that I'm using in the description box below. I'm going to do my lips and zoom you guys out and we can chit chat some more. All right, guys. So for my lip, I am using the e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss in It's Your Mauve. I love the shade. I didn't feel like putting on like a lipstick right now. Oh, I just exfoliated my lips and I still have like all the little peelies. It's so annoying. But yeah, I wanted to do something soft on the lips since the eye is quite bold. Even though the tones are light, it's still quite a bold look. So, am I almost out of this already? I swear, I go through lip gloss like water. It's kind of ridiculous. Especially considering that I don't always use the same lip gloss. Like, I'm always using multiple different lip glosses. But I still manage to empty all of them. So, I guess it's a good thing. It's like I'm using the products that I buy. So, yeah. That's what's been going on with me. Also, I've been on the fence about the whole makeup capsule thing. If you guys have noticed, I haven't posted a video about my makeup capsule in quite a while. And it's because I've kind of put it on hiatus because I haven't been, let me zoom you out a little bit more. I haven't been really sure about how I wanted to tackle my capsule going forward. I'm going to put a little bit more bronzer on. My skin is looking really light on the camera, but it's not actually that light in person. And I think it's because I'm using really light colors on my eyes and it's just kind of bouncing everything around. But I really am trying to decide how I want to tackle my makeup capsule going forward because I still believe that it has some value and I still want to do it. I think it's a really good sort of exercise when it comes to using your makeup and enjoying your makeup. But I'm thinking the seasonal ones, what I wasn't loving was the monthly ones, and I had switched to the seasonal ones. And I feel like the seasonal ones have kind of run their course because what wound up happening is that halfway through the season, I would kind of like get bored and I would start reaching for other things and then adding them to the capsule. And then the capsule became something that was just like this. I mean, right now there's so much stuff in it and that little caddy is just like overflowing. So I need to like clean it out, reorganize it. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe try for like a month. I'm going to try like a weekly capsule. And I don't necessarily think I'll be posting about it here. Maybe I'll do a roundup video or something like that. But I'm thinking I'm going to do like weekly capsules and maybe post what I'm putting in the capsule on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, I will leave my handle down below. But I think that's what I'm going to try and do at least for like a month, like 1 month long experiment to just see if that maybe gets the creative juices flowing again. But yeah, what I've really been loving is sort of like maybe pulling things that are older and using those for a week and then trying new things 1 week. And yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with the makeup capsule. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you guys still doing makeup capsules? And what have you found to be more useful for you? Like a seasonal one, a monthly one, or a weekly one? I feel like weekly, it's going to create, for me, it's going to create a little bit more work. And that's why I'm kind of reticent about it because I tend to get quite lazy with that. And I can see myself not wanting to have to deal with having to pick out new makeup every week. I just be like, oh, let me just use the same thing. So I don't know, maybe every 2-week capsule. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And then also, I do still plan on doing a video with the Pat McGrath glaze mask. I just haven't had, like, with everything that's been going on in my life, I just haven't had time for much of anything. This is the first time I filmed in like literally 2.5 weeks. It's been that long since I filmed because I just haven't had the time, and then I just didn't have the bandwidth afterwards. I just kind of like went into like bed rotting mode. So I'm out of bed rotting mode. I spent the weekend doing fun things, like I did a paint by numbers. If I have the picture, if I remember to, I'll insert the picture of what I created in, here, like here. on the screen, or what I painted. I didn't create the picture, but I did paint it. I love paint by numbers. I love it. I think it's like so fun, but it's also like so calming. And I just found I like the fact that I can be creative and use my hands, but I don't have the pressure of being the person who has to actually create the picture. You know, like the picture's already created. All I have to do is like bring it to life. I love that. I think that's the perfect like middle of the road for me when it comes to that kind of thing. Because I like painting, but I'm not creative in that way. Like I can't draw or anything like that. That's not my skill set. But you give me a picture that I think is pretty and you say, put these colors here, and then you watch it slowly come to life. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Love it. 10/10 recommend. So yeah, that's what I did over the weekend, which was a lot of fun. There's some fun things coming up for me that I'm looking forward to. And with everything going on, I'm trying to give myself things to be positive about and to look forward to and to be happy about. This past 2.5 weeks has thrown me for a loop. So I've just been in sort of, you know, survival mode and just getting things done as they needed to get done. But I've got a trip coming up in April. I've got, we're planning on seeing there's an exhibit at the Field Museum that I keep seeing on when I'm on the train and I see the billboard for it, and then I keep forgetting. And so finally I sat down and was like, this is what I want to go see this. And so my brother and I are going to see The World of Cats at the Field Museum, which I'm so excited about because if you know me, you know how much I love cats. So we're doing that in, I think, end of March, beginning of April. I think I'm going to spend the weekend, this upcoming weekend, maybe at one of my favorite bookstores that I haven't been to in ages. And I want to support more independent bookstores. And that one has been around 4 years and I haven't been in it 4 years. So I think I'm going to take a little field trip and treat myself to like, just like an afternoon hanging out at that bookshop and just, you know, having a good time. I have tickets to Beyonce, y'all. That's what's wild about February. February was a emotional roller coaster. It's like I got tickets to Beyonce, and then the next week, like life fell apart. You know, it's just sort of like whiplash, emotional whiplash. But yes, I got tickets to Beyonce. So I'm doing that in May. I'm very excited about that. So there's things that are exciting that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think of this look? What do you think of this palette? I didn't talk a lot about it because I was just catching up with you guys. I enjoy it. I'm going to use it a little bit more. I will say for me, I wish that the mattes were a little bit more rich. They all feel a little bit kind of lighter and a bit more chalky, as you can kind of see with this shade that was in my crease. So I do wish that they were a little bit deeper so that I could create a deeper look. And I think it's because the tones, they were trying to get the tones more cool to go with some of these other like icier shades. But I do wish because I feel like with the exception of this one, because even this dark color, which is Chillon Castle, it's like a blackened gray. So these all lean incredibly cool, which isn't terrible, but it also makes it depending on your skin tone, it can make it a little bit hard to get that sort of like natural blended look. Like I felt like I was with these two shades, they felt very similar to me on my eye because they both went on quite chalky in tone. So that's probably my only criticism of the palette. I need to use more of it, and I really want to use this Magic Spell shade. I think it's so pretty. So yeah, I think I might do maybe at some point this week I'll do a look with Magic Spell and Chillon, and even see, this one here is going to look quite chalky on me as well. You see what I mean? Like that's going to look very chalky on me. So I think that is probably my one criticism of this, is that I feel like the neutral tones are a little too, almost too, I don't know how to, I guess chalky would be the word. And they're actually quite light, like as you can see here. So I feel like if you're my skin tone or deeper, some of these are just not going to show up on you. Like this one here, which is it Alakazam? Alakazar, the Sequoia. You see what I mean? So these are all very light. This one too. And this is really the only tone that's like, I think it's going to read very deep if you're lighter than me, but it's going to read like it reads on me. if you're my skin tone or deeper. So yeah, I think that's my one drawback with this, is that I feel like I was really excited to see the neutrals, because I think I love the idea of pairing a row of neutrals with these beautiful shimmers. Like, oh, look at this one. Oh, that's pretty. So yeah, I still want to play with this, and I might do another like get ready with me or another look. Look how pretty that is. So I'm like, I think there's a lot to have to like enjoy about this palette, but I do feel like there's some shades in here that just aren't going to work for certain skin tones. That's really pretty. And those are the shades that I just swatched here were Magic Spell, Prince Charming, and Sleeping Beauty. So this is Sleeping Beauty, Magic Spell, Prince Charming. How pretty are those? I'm going to play with these as well. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on the palette. I think it's beautiful. I think the packaging is beautiful. But yeah, I do think that the neutrals needed to be a little bit more, a little less white based. I think that's the issue, that they're very white based. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you are interested in this palette. Like I said, it launches today. You can use my code. I'll put it on the screen here to get some cash off of this palette, along with any other palette on the Nomad Cosmetics website. If you use my affiliate code, thank you so much. I do not get anything from that, but it gives you a discount. But I always say thank you for using it in the first place, because you could use anyone's code. So yes, this beautiful palette is available as of today. Let me know what you think of this look. Let me know if you want to see another look with this palette, because I would be interested in doing that. I might do another, maybe when I do the Pat McGrath mask, I'll do something with this palette with it. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.